Hi, Linda. Good evening.
Hi, Michael. Good morning.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
I think my everyday is the same.
I see. Got it. Did you have a good trip?
Yeah. Do you know I see the Asian China agriculture.
The situation of what?
Sorry.
Say one more time.
I said the agriculture in Asian China.
Let's see. What about it?
I just can say it's very beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen pictures. It looks very pretty. Yeah. Wonderful. So
My
were you...
camera is full. I can't find the word to describe it.
I see. Yeah. Where did you go?
Shanghai.
To Shanghai.
And a little town near the Shanghai.
Got it. Great. So what did you do?
Buy many things.
Excellent. So a lot of shopping?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Let's see. I think last time we were going to do the writing section, but I guess since you were gone, you were a little busy, so maybe you didn't. Did you have a chance to do the writing or not?
So what writing? Sorry.
Let's see. We were doing the writing questions for the practice test. Let's see.
Well. Sorry. Maybe I forgot it. I didn't remember.
Yeah. Let's see. I thought that I'd sent you an email about it with the directions, but let me see if that's true. Yes, I sent you an email, it looks like. Let me see. Maybe it didn't go through. I'll resend.
Sorry, it. I didn't look at my email.
I see. No problem. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I guess we can just do it in class if you'd like. Let's see. Or that might take a little bit too long. It's 20 minutes to write to plan and write. I'll resend it to you, and then we can do it as your homework for next time. Okay?
So now we've finished the writing.
Yeah. So the only thing to do, so next time, after you've done the writing, we'll go over some example answers as well. But let me just send this to you real quick. Hold on.
I think we can we can talk something interesting in this classes.
Mm-hmm. Sure. What would you like to talk about?
Um, sorry.
No problem. Do you have any questions, or any? We could think of some discussion topics too, if you'd like.
How about the weather in your city?
The weather in my city? Okay. Let's see. Well, so hold on a second. Let me reduce my typing size. Okay, so I live in Baños, Ecuador, which also has an accent above the, or not an accent, a tilde above the N, so it's pronounced Baños, almost like there's an I or a Y there. It is on the equator, which means that the weather is, or the temperature, it means that the temperature is mostly the same all year long. So the temperature does not change very much in my city. Let's see. Most of the time, the temperature is it's between 20 and I'd say probably 24, maybe 23 to 26 degrees Celsius. So it's not too hot, not too cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable all year long.
I think that is a little similar to my city.
Oh, really? So, let's see. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, I see. And is your city, Baños is also in the mountains. So, let's see. So, that the air is cooler than other places near the equator. And there are a lot of mountains around Baños. Is your city in the mountains, or is it in what climate is your city in?
I see. I think maybe in summer there is a little hot. But in winter it's not very cold.
Got it. Okay, let's see, what else? Baños does not have 4 seasons. Really, it only has 2 seasons. Because there is never winter in Baños. So there is only the dry season and the wet season.
So you don't wear the overcoat?
Yeah, we never need an overcoat. Only a jacket sometimes. And I should say there are only the dry season and the wet season.
I also I'm looking forward to visiting cities that has the snow.
That has snow? Ah. Have you, does it not snow in your city?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Ah, well, if you want snow, let's see. Well, there's usually, in the winter, there's a lot of snow in Chicago. In Washington State, there's not usually very much snow. Well, that's not true. In the mountains, there's snow, but it depends on where you go in Washington State. So the good thing about Washington is that if you don't want to be in snow, you don't have to be, but you can get to where there is snow pretty easily. That's the advantage, I think. Because I lived in Chicago, and for the whole winter, there is usually snow. And it's not always good. You get tired of it. It's too cold and wet sometimes. So it's good to have snow accessible, but not have to always have snow if you don't want it.
So, if that means you wanted to see more views about more seasons.
More seasons? Well, let's see. I really like Chicago in the summer and the fall. The spring is usually too much rain in Chicago, and the winter is too much snow and cold. But the summer and the fall are very, very nice in Chicago. It's warm. In the fall, the leaves turn very beautiful colors. So that was very nice. But yeah, I like other places with other seasons as well. Yeah. The Northwest, like Oregon and Washington, there can be a lot of rain there, which it's okay. I don't mind it so much, but some people think it's too dark because of the clouds. But I like it. I think it's very pretty. Yeah.
So you like the winter? Okay, which season do you like best?
Okay, so let's see. So here's how the seasons go usually. Spring, there's a lot of rain. There's a lot of flowers, and the trees grow leaves again. In the summer, it's usually very hot. Maybe there are thunderstorms, yeah, that's basically it. And a lot of sunshine. So there's hot and thunderstorms and sunshine. Then in the fall, there's some rain, and then the leaves, it gets cooler again, and the leaves change color. And then in the winter, snow, cold, and short days. So the days get very short, at least in the United States. So I should say this is seasons in the U.S. So my favorite probably is fall. I like fall a lot because the leaves change in color. It's very pretty, and the weather is not too hot and not too cold.
I think the fall is can I say a great for season?
Yeah, it's a great season. definitely. It's a good season to take walks outside and be in nature. It's really, really very nice. So a very good season, I think. Let's see. So what seasons do you have in your city?
I think 4 seasons.
4 seasons? Mm-hmm. So all 4 seasons? And do the trees change color in your city?
No.
No. I see. They're mostly
always green.
Mm-hmm.
Green, yeah.
I see. They're okay. They're evergreen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And which is your favorite season?
My favorite season, I think, is summer.
Mm-hmm. Summer. Okay. And why summer?
Because, we can take the summer vacation.
Got it. Excellent. Okay, let's see. So, let's see. The country that I live in now, Ecuador, has a lot of different climates. So, for example, Ecuador is a very small country, but there are many climates. For example, it has mountains, like where I live, like in Baños. It has.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What is you say just now? In Baños.
Baños is the name of the town I live in.
Is that a kind of animal?
Oh, Baños? No, it's a city. it's the city I live in. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just thought that a little similar to squirrel.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. But no, it actually means like a pool or a bath in Spanish. So baños is a Spanish word meaning pool or bath. And it's called that because there are hot springs. There are naturally hot pools with hot water in them that are very popular here in the city. But anyway, so Ecuador has mountains. It also has a jungle or a rainforest. In fact, part of the Amazon rainforest is in Ecuador. So it has a lot of jungle. And
I don't know what's the jungle.
A jungle is a big forest where it is very humid and hot. So it's like a forest. There are many trees and plants, and so lots of animals as well. But it's very humid and hot. Let me see if I can find a picture of a jungle for you. So this will probably work as a picture of a jungle. Okay, so here is a picture of a place in a jungle.
Ah.
So lots of plants. Yeah, that's a jungle. Okay.
So many kinds of animals here and many kinds of planets.
Of plants, yes. Yeah, lots of plants and animals, and it's very humid, so there's a lot of water in the air, especially if it's a rainforest. A rainforest is a jungle where it rains every day. It rains a lot, so the air is very wet, which is very good for the trees to grow, but it's not very dry at all. It's hot and humid. And the forest, the Amazon forest here in Ecuador is very hot and very humid. What else? Ecuador also has what we call
A lot of rain.
A lot of, say again?
I say a lot of rain.
In certain parts, yeah. In the mountains, it gets more dry, or drier, I should say, and so there's not as much rain up in the mountains. Although Baños has some rain, some sunshine, so it's sort of like in between. But Ecuador also has a coast, meaning an area next to the ocean, and so that's usually hot, but also sunny, and there's a lot of good places to go swimming in the ocean and a lot of beaches. So that's another climate. There's also what we call the Sierra, which is a flat place, which is high up. So how to describe it? So imagine this. I can show you kind of a picture of how Ecuador goes. So first of all, we have the ocean, and then there are some islands in the ocean. The Galapagos Islands, actually. So here we'll have just a few little islands out in the ocean. Okay. And then there's more ocean in between the islands, of course, and the land. Then we have the coast. Here's the coast. Okay. And it's pretty flat. But then there are mountains. But at the kind of up in the top of the mountains, there's a flat place, which is what the Sierra is. And then there are some more mountains and foothills going down into the jungle here. So here's the jungle. Okay, and so this is kind of a sideways picture of what Ecuador looks like. First we have the Galapagos Islands. Then we have the coast.
Are you drawing something, or?
Oh yeah, can you writing something? Can you not see it?
I cannot see it.
Oh, that's strange. Let me see. It's down at the bottom. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Let me try doing this. Let's see. How about now? Can you see it now?
No. I don't know why. It's just
No?
all the white in front of me.
Oh, only white. Let's see. Why don't you try? Can you exit the program and then come back in, and maybe that will fix it.
So I sign up again.
Yeah, sign out and then sign back in.
Okay.
Okay.
So see you later.
Okay, see you in just a second. Hi, Linda. Welcome back. Can you see it now?
No.
Oh,
I think
strange.
it doesn't work.
Okay. Let me try. Maybe the problem is on my side. I'll be right back. Let me try and close out and come back in. One moment. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Hello again.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, strange. So I guess for some reason it was not showing up. The whiteboard was not showing up. I'm not sure why. Okay, let's test this though. Can you see the circle I'm drawing right now? Or how about now?
Oh yeah, I can see. That looks like a G.
Yeah, kind of like a G, yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so I'll draw my picture again. So here, let's see. So Ecuador so it starts out with a lot of the ocean, and then there are the islands, the Galapagos Islands, and then more ocean. And then you have the coast, which is very low, but then it goes up into the mountains. And when you get to basically the top of the mountains, there's a little like valley at the top of the mountains, which is we call it the Sierra. And then the mountains go back down, and then you have the rainforest, the jungle, basically. So, the island, the coast, the mountains, the Sierra, and the rainforest. And so, like I said, this is kind of a sideways picture of what the country that I live in right now, Ecuador, looks like.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful picture.
Thanks. Not really, but thank you. But yeah, I think it shows you, it gives you a good, I think, view of what it's like. And each of these places has different weather. For example, in the rainforest, it's very hot, and it rains and wet. It rains a lot. Thus the name rainforest. In the Sierra, it's cool and very dry, and the sun is very intense because it's on the equator, and so there's less atmosphere, there's less air in between people and the sun, and so the sun is very intense, but the weather itself is very cool. Let's see. On the coast, it can be hot, windy, and sometimes it rains, sometimes not. Usually it's pretty sunny on the coast. In the mountains, it kind of depends on which side of the mountains that you're on. On my side of the mountain, we're close to the rainforest, and so we get some rain, some sun, but cool weather. And then in the island, they're kind of tropical islands. So the islands, it's hot with some rain, because it's not really, there aren't really enough mountains to block the wind. Okay, so let's see. So that is the weather in my country. Let's see. In the United States, it would look a little bit different, right? So in the United States, the continental United States, it's a much bigger place. But in general, we've got the Pacific Ocean here, and then we have just a little bit of land, but then there's the Rocky Mountains, and then in the middle, there's the plains, the Central Plains. Then we have some smaller mountains called the Appalachian Mountains, then the East Coast, and then it goes back into the Atlantic Ocean. So the Pacific Ocean, a little bit of coast, the Rocky Mountains, which are very tall, and then we've got the Central Plains, the Appalachian Mountains, and then the East Coast. So this would be a sideways picture of the U.S.
I think you took geography class.
Uh-huh. Maybe. I should say there is some the space here just after the Rocky Mountains, so right, oops, that's the wrong color, hang on. The space right here after the Rocky Mountains is mostly desert. And it's kind of weird because so what happens is there's an effect that's called a rain shadow, or a dry shadow. In the northern, let me show you. It's kind of a little complicated, but so let's say this is North America here, and going down, and so that's North America. Then you've got Central America, and here is South America. Kind of. That's kind of actually a bad picture of South America, but that's okay. This is just an example. Okay, and so we have mountains here and here in North America. The Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains. And then down here in Ecuador, we've got some mountains that go down like that. Okay? Now, the equator, so the middle of the Earth, goes through right about here. Say again?
I said it looks like the world gap. I'm sorry, I mean map.
Yeah, exactly. It's well, this is part of the world map, right? So the United States is here. This is a top view of of the world. Okay, but the thing is that the wind goes differently on the top and the bottom of the equator. So what we have is on the bottom of the equator, the wind goes in kind of a circle like this. It comes in a circle this way. So this is how the wind mostly goes. And on the top of the map, we have the wind mostly going in this direction like this. Okay. And then there's probably another one over here where it goes this. So the wind is, how do I say this? The wind is hitting the mountains from different directions, two different directions on the equator. So up here, the wind comes like this. It comes and it hits the mountains and then kind of rebounds off of the mountains because the mountains sort of block the wind a little bit. And so on this side of the mountains, it's very dry. On this side of the mountains, it's very wet. And the opposite is true of the mountains in the United States. The wind comes from the Pacific Ocean, and it kind of bounces off of the mountains on this side. And so here, just after the mountains in the United States, you have a very dry area with a lot of deserts. And then after you get a little bit away from the mountains, you start to get more rain and stuff. But that's why we have, just on looking at the map of the United States, there's a lot of dry part right here, just after the mountains. But on the other side of the mountains, especially up north in, for example, Washington or Oregon, the places that you're kind of looking at for moving, so right up here, it's very wet. There's a lot of rain, and because the air is moving into that place and hitting the mountains and causing a lot of rain and so forth there. So just an interesting, I guess, just an interesting part about the geography of the United States. That's why the mountains cause one side of the mountain to be wet and the other side of the mountain to be dry. So let's test your knowledge of your country. Can you draw me a sideways picture of your country?
Can I?
Hold on. You should have the tools now on the side, yeah. So you should be able to draw.
Let me see. My country or my city?
Your country. So what are the different climates of your country? I know it's a big country, so maybe it's too complicated. I'm not sure, but okay, good outline.
Let me see. It's like a hen.
Like a hen?
I mean hen.
Oh, like a hen, like a chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like yeah. I can see that.
But I think I drew a big hen.
Yeah, I see. So bad. No problem. So where are the mountains in your country?
Mountains. The tallest mountain is I see here. So
Okay.
can I change the color?
Yeah, you should be able to change.
I did it.
Okay.
So yeah, the green line is the tallest mountain in my country, and the orange is actually it's not all the mountains
So there's quite a few different mountains.
It's not the mountains, how to say, like the shape of the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so it goes up and down a bit.
Yeah, and the purple one is yeah, like that.
Okay. Oh wow, excellent. So the tallest mountains are in the west, and then the east it kind of goes down toward the east.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
It becomes it becomes down.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so it looks like it's about time to go, Linda. Can you just check your email and make sure that you got the email from me about the homework before we go, just to make sure that it went through this time?
Yeah, I can check it now.
Okay.
Yeah. I got your email.
You got it? Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can email me if you have any questions about the assignment, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I will talk to you next time. Have a good evening.
So I need to say, have a good day.
Sure. Yep. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.